Okay, I was about to go straight to the video, like, boom! First genre, but what the f was this? It's a far cry from what I've wanted, but for 100 sub channel to hit this, I'm not getting gas, but hey, we're making progress. Hey, my man, are we sure this is the right music choice? It's carried by nostalgia. There, I said it. PewDiePie 100 mil, Jacksepticeye 31 mil, DanTDM 20 mil, Markiplier 30 mil, CoryxKenshin 24 mil, explodingtnt, Stampylonghead, Game Theory, FGTV, Captain Sparkles, and PopularMMOs. This one hurts. Am I hearing something? Let me talk! Let me talk! Let me talk! Let me talk! Don't let bro talk. I don't mean that as an insult. Nor smearing the sheer wit, brilliance, passion, and legacy these brothers built throughout the time they spent here. I've said in the Mr. Beast vid that I support the old YouTube, with this making the bulk of it. When you start out, everything is simpler. Okay, that's done. Hear me out. Notice how there is a certain batch of creators we know in synchronicity, with confidence. They're all gamers, with a laptop, in their rooms.
There's a live stream going on right now.
Booting up some random game. Most importantly, starting out at a time where they, as well as us, could not fathom YouTube being what it is today.
I just trapped this ex-boyfriend and his ex-girlfriend in the middle of the wilderness.
Back in the day, there is far less distribution of resources as the site finds its footing. So our selection bias followed a select few to be pioneers of what a gaming YouTuber is like. We bonded. We laughed.
Didn't laugh.
We screamed. We grew up. That simplicity is beautiful.
Alright.
Even you as adults could use a session of dudes cussing away without fear of censorship, copyright. But given the merit that everything goes on and changes by the minute, you can't just wish this to be the sole content forever. Now, in theory, better games, better creators, more access to standard equipment should prosper the genre. Now we're in the seat of those we watched growing up. Emphatic, right? Prime position to enact what our senpais did all those years ago. But as the brother who's writing and editing this video, subsequently, I realize all them Let's Plays ain't all that. The creators we may fantasize as idols and rave about them all day long turns out to be ordinary, regular Joes who took the chance and held with it. The moment social media rewards discoverability, oh man, it's a race to see what type of content hits the biggest and slurp the most revenue. Psychology hacks, thumbnails, 5-second intros, no intros at all. Sneaks of the video at the start, subscribe for a cookie, CGI, AI, brain rot, children's content, commentary channels, documentaries, ration slop, all the genres are blooming. But now it all feels like a full-scale dystopia to see what content breaks out and what mindless swarms of copycats will do to cling to that virality. And YouTube loves that loop, so they did nothing and strike the damn channels that threatened.
Sometimes you need to stop and call out some of the bullshit that is happening before you.
Hey! I'm on to you, the CEO, which I totally didn't forget the name. Neil Mohan. Yes, that's. I told y'all I totally did not forget the name. Meanwhile, gaming stood still, with nothing to hook people into. No iPhone giveaways, no putting people in a circle to see who wins $1 million. No cesarean or spit on that thing. As channels that start out with gaming gets dropped in favor of the retention, grabby, and algorithm-friendly tactics. That's what I mean by this genre is nostalgia carried. Not because you can't enjoy it as an adult, Not because the magic simply throws up like Kopama when you age. We simply moved on. Cold with the windfall beat drop. A gimmicky flaw for all the top dogs that grew careers from 2012 onwards.
Pull down your pants.
Gaming took them to heights they can't control themselves. Well, blowing up ain't gaming exclusive, of course, but hey, Cory boy here is mildly inconsistent and breaks promises a lot.
Because we have a goal to hit.
An inconsistent prick, I must say. But that defo sounds better than, well, a sexual assaulter? You get the point. Blatant tales of pedos in Minecraft, Roblox, League, Rivals, LoL, Dota going toxic with Chernobyl. And I end the section with my hands up, apologizing for the rage bait take. As someone who watches PopularMMOs' mob battles like a crack addict back in the day, that take hurts even me. But I stand by it. And hopefully after defending my case, you come up, shake my hand and say, you know what?
Bitch.
Fair, zonk.
Rockstar up my spaghetti.
Oh my days, it's the Toon Force guy! Ain't gon' hold you. I got nothing to slander these brothers. The fact you can use wit and paste out so it makes sense, puns, stereotypes, memes to entertain millions?
Sensational.
There is a bone to pick, however. Twitter. No, we don't. Yes, we do! It's oversensitive to the touch! Dog, just look at the script again. Ah, yeah. Satire. At this day and age, you'd see YouTube comments will now need government ID to access, only to find out it's from a parody account. And you see racial slurs and rage bait accounts doing whatever it takes for the interaction. And you go, wallahi, this must be satire. Fine margins, huh? The internet really doesn't take jokes. But here's the tragic part. I don't want to blame him. Mad at 9/11 memes, World War II memes, Holocaust memes, Charlie Kirk memes, racial memes. Perfectly fine. But when it comes to actual satirical material, it confines itself in certain boundaries. Which is indeed the problem, since people set their boundaries differently. Just be mindful. That goes to the creators and the audience. Giving in to the anguish may be an option, but I'm good staying out of it and analyzing properly before choosing a side. I just don't have bad things to say about witty humor, man. Rewind back to the gaming section and you clock that I purposefully left out a faction that's been killing it in recent memory. Streamers! Now, YouTube ain't a streaming platform. So I'll dabble to Twitch and bring out a whole reliable Venn diagram. Streaming process goes something like, streamer boots up, socializes with fans, hits the main event, final thoughts, and then closure.
See you guys next time.
Clippers handle the rest, or the streamer posted to their own YouTube. But I still prefer making videos rather than broadcasting yourself to millions of eyes watching you. Same way people prefer Let's Plays to streaming games. Cause that has its own wacky setbacks, bruv. Backseating, spoilers, people being mean, hate raids, pressure, and the fluctuating psychology of being observed through screens all over the world. Genuinely nasty. If I slip and say something I'm not supposed to IRT,
What a fucking
either cancelled,
Well, no more.
or turned into a meme.
Shut up.
And then get cancelled. You see, the sheer versatility of broadcasting yourself and doing every single content genre on planet Earth makes it hard to slander in the typical sense. That makes it 2 in a row I can't slander properly. I can't really slander individual streamers because to each their but we must though. Huh? In the thumbnail, well, one of them rather, because we did 3, we put big streamer slander with Queso taking off the screen because he's, well, big. Whose idea was that? Mine. The editor said he's running out of ideas, so I pitched him one. Ugh, fine. Kai, performative, Queso, big ass, speed, trips himself way too often. Asman, when cleaning your room and taking a shower counts as character development, you've got problems. Who's next? Rakai, who gave my man a platform? Hassan, whatever's too shocking about him has been said already. Jinxie, I don't wanna comment because I don't wanna, well, jinx him. The burnt peanut, who the hell is my man? And some others I don't have much research on. You can't do that. People expect in-depth criticism, something to take away as always. Listen, we've only dabbled on the Twitch for like, what, half a year? So you basically want me to make a fool of myself when I have no idea what I'm talking about. How about you go on with the script and let me properly cook up your idea for another time? I bet it's a promise. Ugh. Promise. Alright, next up. Wait, we're doing this again? Realest words ever said. Imagine something flowing, yeah? Like bloodstream. Natural, calm, delicate, full of serenity. And one day you decided to take some medicine that may make the bloodstream feel odd, out of place, pulsing, or even swelling. Might even form boils, pimples, to the point where people can just tell. Oh.
Something ain't right.
That's the effect Mr. Beast is having on this YouTube platform. Pinning the blame on some guy for capitalizing on human psychology is too far. YouTube's gonna transition to that sooner or later. But there's no denying the dent this brother and his clones caused here. If you come to this channel for anything else but me, I'll delete the channel, silently go back to college, and keep my head down hearing lectures by some random man shooting geese like a good boy. And I'm a bad boy. E tutti penso ne bad girl. For the peeps at the back, this ain't me saying, oh my days, this brother reeks innocencity. This is anti-YouTube. This is not how real creators do shit.
Talk to them. You can't do that.
If it works for you, earn your bag, innit? But when you're lashing out against somebody's truthful opinions, who are you trying to fool? Virtual insanity is what we're living in.
How utterly helpless, useless, talentless, lazy, bummy, shit, booty, dookie ball, scratching nutsack, cuckfuck, atrocious coochie flakes of an imbecile for you to think this shit fucking bangs? And what kind of brain-dead Neanderthal can genuinely stand straight on both feet and vomits out?
AI art is the future. Every single artist, animator, studio shall quiver in their boots right now because this is sensational.
Hate to break it to you, lil bro, but best believe I'll never let you spit all over the process like that. And by that I mean I'll jump over the screen and bend you over a table if I can. Yeah, it takes a long time. Yeah, you need to master it. Yeah, art is harshly frustrating more often than not. But that's just the beauty of it. People don't appreciate things that come way too easily. And tell me one thing that comes easier than typing a prompt into an engineered software that can generate in a few damn seconds. I'll hit the Socrates pose and wait. Maybe slot in a Leon Kennedy one-liner too. What is this shit harbor? Terminator? I'm supposed to believe this is the next big thing to replace real affectionate communities and products. An algorithmic, rigid, machinery, eliminatrix, fuck-ass cyberspace tot? Listen, I wouldn't just crash the party and be vexed off rip, but what does doing business with lifeless, glorified prompts circulating all over with millions of dollars worth of investments and contracts sound like to the people who put their life on the line, going through hell to get degrees and repping countless assignments? Oh, I don't know. A slap to the face? I'm all for AI being a tool, but when it's used as a shortcut to human effort, I'm talking about real human craft here. Draw a fucking line, goddammit. And don't even get me started about the AI let me explain everything going on in the world for 15 minutes or less before I say shit that will genuinely get me gone.
The robot perpetrator, ladies and gentlemen. It's the media enthusiast speaking. TGP stormed off since my script is too tame for his liking, so I let him take over. Ironic how we're anti-mass AI generated shit, and then use a robot with a voice generator to do the bidding. Anyway, you don't see me often as far as end sequence is concerned, and I'm supposed to stay quiet to sell the symbolism, but might as well say it. Notice how I start with gaming pre-2012, hence the nostalgia, and slowly bring it to Mr. Beast and mass AI slop. I'll spell it to you now. This is a transition from YouTube's simpler times when way less is at stake, to now when the potential has been realized, with YouTube's unprecedented monopolization as the media sharing platform. More specifically, the creators that built themselves their own unique pedestals. Many might ask, well, at what cost? People are in it for the bag now. Less and less are in it to foster a community, be tight-knit, and bond. I've been there. I hear you. I believe YouTube's evolution mirrors our own growth through life. As kids, under the fostering care of your parents, there's less to worry about. Now? Death, taxes, Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Oi, this is the script for the football video. Depression, identity crisis, crippling prices, house loans, student fees, university. Then, taxes and death. Same with YouTube. When it's business, oi, big man thing. It's gonna get techy. And I don't blame you for saying it reeks. That's why I stepped up. That's why I stopped whining and lock in for this channel. So if you dive deep enough and end up with my 141 sub-as channel on your screen, welcome. This is the media enthusiast. The kid speaking before was the gaming perpetrator. Make yourselves comfortable. If you want to help on my journey towards monetization so that I can reinvest in my content, you know what to do. I'm going.
The next day.
YouTube is boring now. Maybe it's because of you growing up too, right? You viewing it as a kid is kind of different from you viewing as a grown-up, right? But yeah, YouTube's turning more and more like cable TV, so I get it. Penguin Z0 is awful. Spicy. Not my kind of flavor though. Too much yap, man. The title clearly says I'm taking the piss out of every genre. So I take the piss out of every genre. So I yap. Man, alright bro. I use Sora 2 for high quality animation. Who's gonna tell him? Valid reasons. Oh my god. You do not know how long I've been itching to talk about this, bro. Honestly, man, the flow of the vid is so bad, but for the life of me, I cannot figure out what this video is going on about. Had a stroke watching this. Okay. How bad genuinely is when you eventually get your projects here, it'll drown amongst the thousands of videos that YouTube has to filter out every day. But even if you manage to get it out monthly, series like this that have borderline saga anime. Oh, that is bad. What is a man? What has he got? If not himself. Nah, where's the music, bro? Nah, you man. I remember all your faces.